Hi, I'm Phil and welcome back to my channel. Now regular visitors may recognise this bike. It's a Triumph Street Triple 675 which belongs to my best friend Elyske, also known as Twinny. Now if you haven't seen the video that we created about this bike, then please go check that out later. I'll put a little link in the description. Now Elyske dropped this bike off to me last night. Now the plan for this bike is that we're going to give it a little makeover. The first thing we're going to do is change the rubber. Now my friends at Michelin have kindly collaborated with me and donated a pair of Road 6 tyres, which I think are the absolutely best tyres for Elyske, and I'll explain why in a little while. Also, my friends at SP Engineering have also collaborated with us and they've donated a bunch of parts that we're going to fit to this bike. Now the first thing I'm going to do is take Elyske's bike down to a specialist motorcycle tyre fitting company. Now I can't wait to show you how they go about taking the wheels off and changing the tyres. Now just by changing the tyres, I'm sure that it's drastically going to change the look of this bike. Now I'm really excited about giving this bike a little makeover. Elyske and I have been wanting to do it for quite some time. So without any further ado, let's get some new rubber fitted on this bike. I really hope that you like what we do. So this is a quick overview on how to remove the rear wheel. As you can see, they use a motorcycle lift table and another stand to get the rear wheel off the ground and support the bike. On Twinny's bike, they had to first remove the crash protectors from the rear wheel. Then undo the nut on the axle spindle. Remove the chain adjustment blocks. Knock out the rear wheel spindle. Carefully lift the chain from the rear wheel sprocket. Separate the pads from the brake disc. Notice how the rear brake caliper is fixed in position by the spindle. Lift the rear wheel away from the swinging arm and make sure you remove the rear wheel spacers as you do it. Now it's time to remove the front wheel, and this time I've managed to slow them down so I can show you in more detail. Start by loosening the pinch bolts on the forks. Remove the bolts from the front wheel caliper. Lift and separate the brake caliper, then make sure you take the strain from the brake hose by hanging the caliper on a bungee cord. Remove the caliper fixing bolts from the opposite side and remove the caliper. Not forgetting to use another bungee cord to take the weight. With the front wheel touching the floor or base of your table, crack the nut and loosen the front wheel spindle. Next you want to lift the front wheel off the ground and then unwind the wheel spindle until it's free from the threads on the left hand fork leg. Support the front wheel, then remove the spindle, making sure you remove the spacers from the hub. That's the front and rear wheels off the bike. Now it's time to remove the old tyres and fit the new Michelin Road 6s. And let's be honest, who doesn't enjoy watching your tyre fitters changing tyres? Then they fit new valves and inflate the tyre before balancing the wheel and adding weight where needed. Reassemble everything in reversed order to how it came off. Mark suggested you pump the front brake lever a couple of times to set the pads back in position. Then it was time to replace the rear tyre and balance it before fitting it back on the bike. Mark did point out that although the old tyre was still legal, the rubber was hard because of the age of the tyre and was ready for a change. Now how good do these tyres look, and what a difference it makes to the bike already. So I've not long been back from having the new tyres fitted, and what do you think? I think they look absolutely amazing. So I've got to thank Motorcycle Tyres UK Limited for fitting these tyres for us, and they've done an absolutely amazing job. Now at the moment I've only ridden about 10 miles on them, yet to scrub them in. They recommend anything from 60 to 100 miles to scrubbing new tyres. Now we know with tyres it's not just about the looks, it's obviously about the performance of the tyre too. Now, as you can see, I did actually get caught out in the rain yesterday, but I'm also looking forward to cleaning the bike up as well, so that's going to be fun. Why the Road 6 tyres for this bike? Now, if you are a regular follower of this channel, you'll know that I've got the Road 5s fitted to my Speed Triple 1050S, and I absolutely love those tyres. Over all the bikes that I've had over all the years, without doubt, the combination of my bike and these tyres, they're the best tyres that I've ever had, and that's being genuinely honest with you guys. I've never had a moment in the wet or the dry on my Speed Triple with the Michelin Road 5 tyres. Now, the Road 6s are an improved version of the whole Road series of tyres. I think the Road series have actually been around for about 20 years, and this is just a more improved tyre over the Road 5. It offers 15% more grip in wet conditions than the Road 5, which is incredible. As I say, I've never even had a moment in the wet on my bike, and this offers even more grip, which is unbelievable. It's also a high speed rating tyre as well, so I think the rating is up to 168 miles an hour on the Road 6s. Now, I've actually taken my Speed Triple on track on the Bennett's track day, which was fun. I'm a complete novice on the track, but it was a lot of fun. And a lot of people I spoke to there said that they've got bikes which were fitted with the Road 5s, and they absolutely love the tyres as a track tyre. Now, the great thing about this, it's a sports touring tyre. So for me, it's the best of all conditions. Because of the compound in this rubber, it heats up really, really quickly, which is what we want for the road. The grip in the wet, as I mentioned, grip in the dry. So it's just really going to help build Elyske's confidence in riding. And that's what was really, really important to me. Now, Michelin claim that the Road 6s are more durable than the Road 5 tyres, which means that they last longer. Now, one of the ways you can actually make your tyres last longer is to really maintain and check the tyre pressures. Now, I had a conversation with the guys at Motorcycle Tyres about what tyre pressures they would recommend. And they actually said, go with the manufacturer's recommended tyre pressure. I know a lot of people, this would be interesting actually in the comments. Do leave a comment on your thoughts about this. I've looked into this, and I must admit, there's been times when I have dropped my tyre pressure on a hot day, especially if it's a really, really hot summer's day and I'm pushing the bike quite hard. I might drop my tyre pressure a few PSI. And I know they really recommend that on track. But on track, you are really, really heating up the tyres. But they recommend keeping the manufacturer's tyre pressures at all times. So let me know your thoughts on that. I'm actually going to do a little bit more research on that. Be great to talk to Michelin as well and get their advice. And that'd be another video. Now, I'd really like to thank Michelin, who have collaborated with Twinny and myself on this little project. Now, they have kindly gifted these Road 6 tyres. But even though they have gifted them to us, these are the tyres that I would personally buy. In fact, I have. As you know, as I've mentioned already, on my Speed Triple, I have actually got Road 5s, which I actually put on there. Now, the brands that I work with, brands that I show you guys, are the brands that I absolutely love. I wouldn't be promoting Michelin tyres if I didn't think they were the best tyres for this bike and for Elyske. So please take that into consideration when you watch this video, even though at some stages brands do collaborate and give products to me. I won't work with a brand that I don't believe in. So here comes the rain yet again. It's a great opportunity now for me to wrap up the video and get ready for the next one. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Subscribe, like and comment.